Oh, hello friends. I was just putting on my YouTube tube socks. I'm glad you could join us. Welcome to the 2020 Boston College Swift Student App Showcase. Our students have been working all semester on their Zero to Full Stack course. They've completed their exams. They've built lots of apps, from games to weather apps, a to-do list, a Yelp clone. Exams had them create a Harry Potter app, an app for the world's tastiest Bitcoin-only Mexican restaurant, Guac Chain, and of course, an app to run the Iowa caucuses better than the one used by the DNC. Now, we had lots of fun learning real concepts through unconventional examples. I promised no hello worlds, no foobar, no Fibonacci sequence. Instead, we had our students build a Pokédex, an app listing all 900 Game of Thrones houses, an app to tell how alright Matthew McConaughey is. Alright. A Taylor Swift beef management routine that removes Kanye West from a party guest list. An Act Your Age routine that removes Lil and Young from the names of any rappers and MCs that are too old for those monikers. A Magic 8 Ball. A Dungeons & Dragons dice roller. And many, many more. Well, now it's their time to show you their original creations. We started out the semester on the Boston College campus, but our first class after spring break was our last in-person, sadly. That said, we've been zooming away, working in Canvas forums, and students from Abu Dhabi to Beijing are now ready to show their worldwide skills. Many of our students had never taken a collegiate computing course before. Almost no one in class had built an app before this class. And while this is a first for most of our students, many of our former students have gone on to launch their own projects in the App Store. They've gained critical skills to launch entrepreneurial ventures, and they've secured engineering jobs from firms ranging from Amazon to Zynga. Now, the world needs more technologists, so please share your encouraging comments and supportive feedback in the chat, and if you're watching an archived version, in the comments section below the videos. Also, these are unprecedented times for job and internship seekers. We're sharing a special website so that not only can you find out more about our students, their apps, their projects on GitHub, but you can also find their LinkedIn contact information, and you can follow up. So if your firm is looking for full-time hires or interns, please reach out. Anyone who gets through the intensity of a Zero to Full Stack course while taking a full load of other university courses and dealing with pandemic challenges would undoubtedly make a fast-learning, high-caliber team member. They have my endorsement. So thanks for coming out virtually to get to know our students. Before we start, a quick but deeply felt thanks to my teaching assistants. 4 of my TAs are going to be graduating this year. Will Farley started his coding journey in our class as a freshman. He's been leading the TA team ever since. He'll be starting this summer as an engineer at Amazon. Other senior members who are leaving the TA team, John Abreu will be an iOS engineer at Instagram. John was also president of the Computer Science Society and helped run the Hack the Heights hackathons. Step Canusio has spent a good portion of his undergrad working in fintech, and he's going to be joining the PerPay fintech startup in Philadelphia. And Jessica Cesar is headed to the Ivy League. She's going to be getting a master's degree, the engineering program at the University of Pennsylvania. TA team, I am so grateful for the work that you've helped me with, as are the hundreds of students that you've helped over the years. We're going to miss you tremendously. Please stay in touch. We look forward to celebrating your inevitable continued success. Thank you. Among our other returning TAs, Jimmy McDermott will continue to lead his multi-employee firm Transio and contributing to the open source Swift Vapor project. But Carter Borchetta and Chris Knapp are still looking for summer opportunities. Again, reach out to them or to me if we can be helpful in your talent hunt. Also, the ever-brilliant Kayla Pelland can help connect you with Boston College STEM students, and Dean Amy Donegan can help connect you with our management undergrads as well. Now, there are 2 other members from last semester's team that continue to help this semester. Linda Chen, who graduated last semester, but nonetheless took her App Showcase winning idea, Mac Daddy, and has been interviewing with elite startup accelerators throughout the country. Also thanks to Jolene Lozano, who was studying in Melbourne, had her study abroad opportunity cut short, unfortunately, but she's also been prepping for her summer engineering internship at Google, and such a talent base I've got here. Jolene had previously interned at Sony Music and NBC Universal as well. Now, if you don't know how to build apps and you're so inclined to learn, there are over 80 self-paced videos that are available online at this URL. Dive in. If you do learn, take a photo, tweet it out with our iOS Code Crush hashtag, and you might be selected for one of the cool My Mac Builds app stickers as part of our weekly giveaways. Talented students, we hope to see you at Boston College. Talent-seeking employers, here is your pipeline. Now let's hear from the stars of the show, our student Swift developers. Giddy up.
Hi, guys. Aiden Shea. I'm a sophomore at Boston College, and I made this app called Trouble. And it's going to ask us to sign into our Gmail. Trouble is an app that allows users to create and view concerts in their area. I made this because I'm a musician myself, and I know how rewarding it can be to share something you worked hard on, and I also think it's just fun to go out and experience new music. So here we see the 3 pieces of data that I already made. You can click on each one, and you'll see that each concert is associated with a title, a time, the availability, description, and a location. And this one looks pretty interesting, so why don't we go ahead and save this to our Save Concert section. The choir group one, they didn't save an image. Maybe we can't make this one for whatever reason, so we're not going to save that. The string quartet one, this one's at the Willis Tower. Looks pretty interesting, so we'll go ahead and slide that save switch and hit save. And while we're here, why don't we create a new concert? We'll just call this Singing at Art Institute. Time doesn't matter, we'll just say May 18th, maybe 8 p.m. Central. Spots, we can say 50. This is a sample piece of data for my app Trouble. And since we titled it Sing at Art Institute, why don't we find the Art Institute of Chicago? It'll automatically input the address. We can slide down here, and I should have an image of the Art Institute in my simulator. Here it is. And since this is our own concert, we should probably save this just for quicker access. So we'll go ahead and slide that. We'll hit save. And if I had more concerts loaded in on the app, it might be useful to sort them to find a specific one. So we can go ahead and do that. They're sorted. We can also click on Save Concerts, and you'll notice that we see the one we just made, the local band, and the string quartet, but you will not see the choir one because we did not save that one. And even from this window, you can click on any of the options and you'll see all the data, including the image associated with the concert. And that's the app. If I continue to develop, I might add more sorting functionality, maybe by date or distance, and I might add a comment section for each section so people can write in their support or questions they have. Thank you very much for viewing, and a special thank you to Professor Gallagher for a good and productive semester. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Benjamin Sai, and today I'll be talking to you a little bit about my app, NBA 101, the comprehensive app for NBA fans that want to know everything about their favorite teams and players. So let's say that I'm a casual NBA fan that wants to keep up with my favorite teams, log into Google just so the app can keep track of who's posting what content. Bring it to the dashboard here. Let's say I'm a Celtics fan, a Mavericks fan, and a Warriors fan. Done. These 3 teams are added to my dashboard. I want to know more about the Boston Celtics, so I click in here, give it a second to load as it needs some time to pull up the 82-game schedule of the Boston Celtics. After it finishes loading, you can fully scroll through everyone on the roster, sorted by number, by name, by position, however you want. Go to the standings page, you see the Boston Celtics highlighted there as 3rd in the Eastern Conference. Scroll down to see the standings of the other teams in the league. Here's also the schedule of the games that the Celtics would have played in April. Had the season not been postponed. For the games that have been played, though, there's the score line on the side as well as the date they were played. And finally, you can see the arena on the side with the shot of it from the outside, as well as the map kit view with the address and the surrounding area. Going back to the roster, if I wanted to know more about Jaylen Brown, click in here. There's his season stats, his biography, and stuff like that. You can also add photos to the collection view here. That's not a photo of him, but that's okay. Go back, and let's say one day we decide we're not a fan of the Boston Celtics anymore. Remove it from our dashboard, simple as that. Going forward, potentially some improvements for the app would definitely to be adding a feature where it notifies the user if their favorite team is playing within a certain distance of them, potentially adding details for each individual game, in-game statistics. Some shortcomings of the current app, there's a lot of duplication of data with Firebase in terms of closing out of the app and then reloading it back in. In terms of loading images of the player collection views, there is also some kinks with that, so I would appreciate any guidance as well as any general code organization ideas, as this is my first full solo application build. Thank you for listening, and hope you enjoy the app.
How you guys doing? My name is Brad Ehrlich. I'm a sophomore at BC, and today I'll be presenting for you the Hammer It app. Now, sports betting becomes federally legal and is already legal on a state-to-state basis. There becomes more and more demand for apps that not only give you the means to gamble, but also the information behind it. So here, when you open the app, you can see a view controller that represents different sports. We have team names, odds. Now, what's interesting about gambling is it's actually decentralized, meaning that different sites could offer different odds on the same event. Now, what this application does is lists all the odds as well as all the sites, so the user can pick the best site with the best odd, regardless if they're betting on the favorite or the underdog. So in this case, there's a 0.17 difference between these sites' odds. Now, while that may not seem like much, 0.17 means $17 on a $100 bet. They can actually change their sports they want listed. So here, let's say they don't like the EPL. And now this actually is a call to all sports that are offering live odd data right now. So we'll put in soccer, change up there. Now, another interesting part about the app is the hot bet section. Now, right now, I just have it full of the next 8 upcoming games. But if we weren't in a global pandemic, we would actually be able to view NBA data. So how Vegas creates odds is something called implied win percentage. So what Vegas will do is take two teams, let's say the Atlanta Hawks and the Boston Celtics. It'll find a win percentage for the Atlanta Hawks, and then an odds of plus 200 means that the underdog, in this case the Atlanta Hawks, have an implied win percentage of 0.35 or 35%. Now, what this app does is it takes an NBA API, finds a predicted win percentage for the Atlanta Hawks, and compares it to the implied win percentage. And now, if the win percentage is higher, it'll alert the user and tell them to take that bet. Now, in future implementations of this app, I would like to add a social media site where users can not only compare their records against their friends, but they could also see the picks of top analysts and more information regarding bets. I want to thank you for watching, and I hope you stay safe.
Hey everyone, my name is Brandon Bowie, and the app I made is called My Favorite Movies and Shows. It allows you to search through a catalog of movies and shows and save your favorites. So if we get into the app, you're greeted by a splash screen, and the app's powered by OMD API. You swipe right to continue. You see that you have no favorites yet, and you can start to add one. One of my favorite movies is Jaws. So we'll search for that. We can add it. We see all the detailed views, such as plot, awards, when it was released, and we can add this to our favorites. Let's add another movie. One of my most favorite movies recently is Endgame. So I'll add that as well. You can see now, if we click on it, we can see all the same information. If we want to view this poster in a more detailed view, we can click on it and it goes full screen. We can tap to dismiss. We go back. If we wanted to edit, we could also move these around or delete any one of these. If we want to see these in a poster view, we can click here and see all the posters associated with our movies. So the Endgame and Jaws together. Or if we want to sort together, we can sort by A to Z, release date, and by rating in case you wanted to. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.
Hi everyone, my name is Chris Green, and my app is an inventory tracker. So just for some background, I buy and resell shoes online for side money, and I use Google Sheets to manage all my sales and inventory. But with a few hundred rows of data, it can be really hard to manage like individual items, and it's not very appealing to look at. So I thought it'd be fun to make an app which can replace that. So this is the main screen of the app. You can see you can add an item and put in information like its name, its size, its SKU, and price data. So I just put in a few items just for this example. You can see here all that information, what I paid, and what the market price is currently. And down here is the stats tab. So you can click here, see how many items you have, the total value, things like that, and your average return on investment. And one of the features that you can long press on an item, and this alert pops up. You can go to StockX. So it uses the SKU that you typed in to search for the item on a very popular website to buy and sell shoes called StockX. And if you have the app, it jumps right to the app. And if you don't, like on the simulator, it just goes to the website. And just give it a second to load. Alright, there we go. So you can see right here is that shoe that we held and pressed on. You can see all the information about it for each size. Like mine is that size 9. And you can see it's going for about $240. So yeah, that's it. One feature I would really love to add is an API which can find the price data automatically. I put in a lot of hours trying to figure this out, but unfortunately I couldn't find a publicly available API on any of the apps that I use to sell on except for eBay. But they have a developer program and I applied for it and they didn't accept me in time for this project, unfortunately. So hopefully I can do that one day. So yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you everyone who helped, and thank you Professor Gallagher for a great semester.
Hey everyone, my name is Connor Sullivan, and for my final app for the showcase, what I created was an app called COVID-19, which allows you to get up-to-date information and discuss the COVID-19 pandemic that's pretty much come to overtake most of our lives. So when you first log into the app, you're presented with this sign-in sheet that allows you to sign in with your Google credentials. So if I go ahead and sign in with my school email address, I'll have access to the app itself. So once you're signed in, you're first presented with the global stats page, which gives you, as you'd guess, global statistics. So you have the global option, but then you can also take a look at statistics based on the country. So for example, if I wanted statistics for the country of Afghanistan, I could click Afghanistan. And there you see at the top, it shows you Afghanistan on the map. And then you get information such as the confirmed number of cases, the number of recovered patients, as well as the number of people who died from COVID-19. The US stats page does something similar, but on a more granular level on a state-by-state basis. So for example, if I wanted to take a look at the number of cases in Alabama, all I'd have to do is click Alabama. It shows me Alabama on the map, and then it gives me the confirmed number of cases, the number of deaths as a result of COVID-19, the number of recovered cases, and the number of active cases. Next in the app, what we have is a bit of a COVID-19 news page, which it takes a second to load because my internet's a bit slow. But what it does is it provides you up-to-date headlines on COVID-19 across a number of different platforms. So as you can see here, we have a table view that shows you news from a variety of different sources. These are just the most popular that refer to COVID-19. So if I wanted to read any of the articles, all I'd have to do is click the article I'm looking for or I'm interested in, and a Safari View controller launches. And although my Wi-Fi is slow, it'll eventually show you the article the way you would read it, just as if you were reading it on Safari. Another piece of functionality I've built into the news page is the ability to select individual sources. So if you, for example, wanted news just from BuzzFeed. And to implement that, all you have to do is come up here to the top corner where you have this little book icon. Click it, and it'll give you a list of all of the sources that are offered. So if I, for example, wanted news just from BuzzFeed, all I'd have to do is select BuzzFeed, click Save. And in just a couple of seconds, the table view will reload and it'll show you articles on COVID-19 that are just from BuzzFeed. So here you go. As you can see, these are all BuzzFeed articles regarding COVID-19. And then the final piece of my app is a discussion forum, which allow people to communicate and to kind of discuss recent developments on the COVID-19 outbreak. So for example, if I was looking to add a post, all I'd have to do is click the add button in the top corner. I can title the post, for example, "Stay healthy," and in the content of the post, I can write, "I hope everyone is staying safe out there." And when I click post, you'll see that the "Stay Healthy" post that I just created is added to the discussion forum. And then for each individual post, you can click it and see the entirety of the post. So that's the post title as well as the content of the post. And then you also have the ability to respond to any of the posts. So if I wanted to respond, as I just did, all you have to do is click the add button in the top and then type your reply. So for example, "Thank you, you too." And when I click post, as you can see, that populates and I've now responded to the discussion forum post. And the final piece of functionality that I've added is the sign out button that allows you to sign out of the app from any of the given pages, be it global stats, US stats, news, etc. So if I go up and I click the sign out button, I am then presented a main view controller that doesn't allow you any functionality except to sign in for the app because you need to sign in order to access a lot of the functionality. So if you click sign in, you then have the ability to sign in with Google the way we did at the beginning. Thanks for your time.
Hi everyone, my name is Cooper Schmitz and this is my app. It's called Tube and it's a surf app where surfers can upload photos of the spots that they've surfed at to help other surfers kind of find out where exactly the best waves are. So as you can see, I've loaded in some sample data of spots that I've been to. But if I wanted to, I'd be able to add other spots. So, for example, a place that I like to surf at a lot is called Sawyer's Beach. You can see that it's 1.5 miles away from my house. So this place doesn't have any data loaded in yet, but I'll show you exactly what this app is great for, is that now I can see if I've been to the spot, I can upload a photo and help other people out to see how the waves are. So let's see. So there's nothing posted yet, so I can make a post. And I can say, so I went there. It wasn't great. I would not surf there today, but I think other people might. So I'd say that in my post. I'd say, not great. I don't know if I would go, but could be fun. And then I would give it a rating. So honestly, it was like a 3 today. So I would save it. So the problem is my Wi-Fi is kind of slow, so I usually have to update it like this. And then boom. So as you can see, there's a timestamp on it, 2:36. It was my not great. I don't know if I would go, but could be fun. There's a quick rating on it. And yeah, that's how it is. As you can see, it would really help if you could wake up in the morning. Let's say it was 5 in the morning. You'd see, 5 in the morning. This is how it looks. I want to go, or I don't want to go. I want to go back to sleep. So that's my app. Like I said, I think it would be a great app. You can see its average rating. You can see the spots really good or not. And yeah, that's my app. So thank you to everyone who's helped. And thank you especially to Prof G.
Hi guys, my name is Dawi Fang. I'm a study abroad student from the University of Melbourne from Australia. This is actually my first time coding. It was extremely challenging, but also at the same time extremely rewarding. So the idea of this app, I'm actually doing a subject called entrepreneurial management, where we're required to create a business idea with the team. So I thought for my app, I'd create a prototype for the business idea that I created. So to summarize, it's a trade and education platform, kind of like a LinkedIn, but for networking for labor markets. So I'll show you guys how this app works. So the app is called Vocational U. The first step, I guess, is using a sign-in. I chose to use Google Sign-in just because highly applicable. Everyone has it. And then take you to the welcome screen, and then which you enter. And that's followed by, so it looks kind of similar to a networking page. You get your details in your top right corner, your name, which you can edit, and then you also like choosing a profile picture. Obviously, you choose more professional profile picture than that, and on the bottom you can attach your documents, and also shows the amount of the connections you have on the right. And down below on the second half, I've created a table view. During the idea, these were all the ideas stemmed, created, such as aptitude exam information, industry introductory videos, and all these tabs just briefly go into, I guess, what just details of what those tabs are about. So yeah, that's my app. Thank you guys, and hope you guys enjoyed.
Hello, my name is Dalwin Yi, and I'm currently a student at Boston College in the class of 2023. My previous programming experience includes this class as well as the 1000 level courses I've taken this year. My app is called What About It, and there's 2 portions. In the Describe Images tab, we can either use the camera, which isn't enabled because I'm on a Mac, and we can choose a picture from the library. After choosing a picture from the library, we can upload this to Imgur, and then pressing the Enter key after the link is in the search bar uses Microsoft Computer Vision's API, and we get this statement as well as the word tags. If we switch over to text extraction, because there's no text in that image, it doesn't show anything. But after you select a new image, it uses Google ML Kit to go line by line and spit out the text here. I would probably work on the text extraction portion after this project, specifically in regards to converting the output into a text file, because that's where I would see the biggest applicable use. I'd like to thank Professor Gallagher and the TAs for giving me the resources I needed to build this app. Thank you for watching my video.
Hi, my name is Hannah, and my app is called Squirrel. It's an app that basically lets people rent out storage space in their homes to people who are looking for short-term storage I got this idea because I'm an out-of-state student, and every summer I always have a lot of difficulty looking for storage space for my stuff when I go home. So if we go into the app, you can see that there's a little sign out button. When you first log in, there's a Google sign in where you have to put in your email and your password, and it'll take you to this home page where you have the option to seek storage or offer storage. So if we go to office storage, there's a little create listing where you put in a picture, your name, contact info, and then you can adjust the pricing for your boxes and the number of boxes you have. You can also view your listings. So I already have some listings up in here that take a while to load. So you should just wait a little bit. Okay. So it'll give you like the address, like the general area of it, and then the daily rate and how many boxes are left, and then a picture. If you want to seek storage, you can look up the location. Let's say I'm in Boston. So Boston. And then you can expand your search radius, or you can also decrease it, and then search it up, and they will have a list of listings, and if you like one, you can click on it and calculate how much money you would be spending, and if you're happy with that, you can contact the host, and it'll have the email address and the phone number. So for this one, I filled out bogus information, and so you can, but it would usually be like an email address here, and then when you contacted them and you're happy with that, you can just click done, and it brings you back to the home page. Moving forward, I'd like to implement some kind of rating system just so that people know like how good a host or how good a guest is before they actually initiate contact with them. But yeah, that's all I had for today. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Harrison Fish. I'm a senior at Boston College, and I'm here to demonstrate for you my app called Barback. So in addition to being a full-time student at BC, I'm also a bartender. It's something I've always really loved, really enjoyed, but I found it very difficult to keep track of all the different cocktails and ingredients that you can have, when you're a bartender, when you're bartending. So I made this app as a way to try and make things easier and more concise for different bartenders to have their ingredients, their cocktails, and what they can actually make all sort of on hand. So to start off, we'll tab over to the My Ingredients tab. And this has a list of all of the different ingredients that you can have in a cocktail pulled from the Cocktail DB. So it's an open source cocktail API that powers most of this app. So let's say, for example, you have a pretty small bar. Let's say you've got some rum on hand. You can add that. And then let's say you have a lime as well. Scroll down a bit and add that. You can pop over to My Bar and you'll see that it populates those two ingredients right into that. So it's very easy to keep track of what you've got on hand. So knowing that you've got those ingredients, you can pop over to the All Drinks tab, and then you can select any drink from this long list. All pulled from the Cocktail DB, which is open source. So there's over 1,500 cocktails that you can choose from. And then if you click on one of these drinks, you can get a little bit more detail about it and learn more about how to make it, what it requires. So if I click on this one, on the 155 Belmont, it pops up with the title of the drink, an image, and then what type of glass it's supposed to be in, as well as the instructions and all of the sort of measurements that are required to make the drink. So it makes it very, very easy for you to keep track of what you've got and to make more drinks, more cocktails, a lot easier. So for further functionality in this app, I'm eventually hoping to add it so that all of the ingredients that are in My Bar will automatically filter all of the cocktails in all cocktails so that you can see instantly exactly what it is that you can make based off the ingredients you have. So that's my app. Thanks so much for watching.
Hi, my name is Hisu and a student of class of 2022. And the app that I made is Works. And this is for students in Boston College who would like to find simple work in between students, such as haircut or piano class. So the first thing to do is to sign in with Google account. It doesn't need to be a Boston College Gmail account, just any account you have. And I will be logging with my Gmail account. And then I can see all the list of work that I have already included. So for example, let's see times 200, I could see work, name, available time, phone number, location notes, as well as image that I'll put later on. So let's add one information. I would say piano 400, Hisu, available time would be Sunday 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Phone number Location is Lions Hall, 4th floor. Notes of basic piano skills. For now, I'll put a random image that I have here, a flower image, and I could see it will be uploaded here. Save it, and it takes some time to save. And I can see it's piano 400, which is alphabetically ordered, and from Z to 8, it'll be on the reverse order.
Hi, my name is Victoria, and today I'll be presenting my app, Break the Bubble. My app aims to fundamentally transform the student club experiences by offering a consolidated platform of all the activities taking place on campus. My app will also turn the student club experience into a one-of-a-kind theme park exploration. So, the app first starts with a Google sign page. After you sign in, there's a cute launch page with the BC Beltwin and the cute bubble sound. The first page starts with a section of recommended activity. The recommendation activity section is powered by a personalization algorithm, and the results are based on the user's own interest and past attendance records. The leadership spotlight section displays the top-ranking student organizations and their leader. If you click the club's logo, you can see the initiatives, a poster for upcoming events. You can also sign an interest form and watch a club's promo video. If you click the animation of bubbles dropping down from the top, you can explore more events. Here I break down the events into 6 categories, and there's also a sentence summarizing the highlight of each week. The networking page shows all the networking events happening on campus for the week. The detailed event page shows the event name, time, location with a map kit feature, powered by Google. You can also directly purchase a ticket. Lastly, I want to introduce my Bluetooth checking system. I realize BC's conventional way of checking students in for events by swiping cards is not only unsanitary, but also very inefficient. Here, I want to enable the student club leaders to actually checking through Bluetooth. The student club leaders, who supposedly will be standing really close to the event participants, can airdrop or send through Bluetooth a 8-digit code to the event participants. And event participants can then put in their Eagle ID to check in. Here. I plan to further develop my app to push it to the App Store and publish on my personal website, so please stay tuned for more details. Thank you.
Hey everybody, Drew Barksdale here with the Carroll School of Management Career Advising team. And I'm here to show you some resources that we have available for you. So if you come to the Carroll School of Management homepage and navigate to the Undergraduate Careers tab, you'll see we have a COVID-19 career resource section specifically for you. Here I want to highlight a few of the major events that we have coming up. So first, I'd like to talk about the internship and employment impact. So my colleague, Amy Dunnigan, wrote an article, How You Can Make the Most of an Internless Summer. And it's a great resource to read and understand and get some new ideas of how to make this summer memorable and creative. Second, if you come down to the events tab, you can see weekly updates of upcoming events that we have for the summer. One of our big focuses right now is the Fulton Career Cast, which we will touch on soon. In the Experts from Alumni section, that's where we park our Fulton Career Cast, and it's essentially our YouTube channel where we interview BC alumni and industry professionals and get their input about graduating in the prior financial recession, and they also give career advice and soundboards for students to listen to. So you can subscribe on our YouTube channel, the Carroll School Undergraduate Dean's Office, where you can also find access to consulting resource, career tutorials, and peer advisor insights. And finally, the last tab I'd like to highlight is the job and internship search process, where we highlight ways to network, how to find open positions, and how to interview in this new work environment that we have. So I hope this was helpful and you're able to identify some resources that you can use this summer to make it meaningful. Thank you.
Hey everyone, my name is Jack and I'm a sophomore here at Boston College, and the name of my app is PopUp. And I built this app to help business owners, or basically anyone that wanted to buy or sell any items during this corona outbreak. So here we can sign in with Google. And since this is a seller account, the seller button is enabled. Here I've loaded in some items. So let's say I wanted to sell a flannel, so I can press on sell, type in flannel. Let's say it's $100, and item description we can say lightly worn, and then we can go ahead and add an image. Press save, and it'll show up on the item list right here. And then let's say I'm a buyer and I wanted to buy this flannel, so I can go ahead and press buy, and this pop-up will show up. It's integrated with Stripe, so the user can enter their credit card information and then enter their shipping info and then press pay now, and then the item will get shipped to them. That's pretty much it. Some features that I look to add are a category section for each of these, like shirt, shoe, and a shopping cart. But other than that, that's all. Big shout out to Professor Gallagher and Will Farley for helping me with this.
Hi everyone, my name is Jiayi Chen and I go by Joy, and I'm currently a sophomore at Boston College, majoring in communication and minoring in marketing. So today I'm going to introduce the app that I made for the Swift app development class. I never studied coding before, so this is my first time coding. So I made this app called Movie Night, which is a movie rating app, and this requires you to sign in, and then we can search for the movies that we want to rate or want to see some basic information such as the title, the IMDb, the ID, and poster, and we can rate it and we can save the data. So some techniques I used included table view, custom table view cell, Google Sign-In, Google Firebase, View Controller Sec, and JSON. So here's my app. So we can sign in with Google. And there's the search bars that we can search for. For example, if I were searching for Avengers, it should return some basic details that I showed in the PowerPoint. And we can use the stars icons below to click and rate it, and we can save it, and the data will be returned to the Firebase. So I made this app because I really like watching movie, and I really wish to have an app that we can search for the movies that we're interested in, and we can rate it and share our thoughts on. This is still a work in progress, so in the future I want to have like more options, maybe like we can write a review and we can upload it and people can share their thoughts in the app. So yeah, thank you.
Hi, my name is Kathleen Garrity and I'm a junior studying computer science in the Morrissey College of Arts and Sciences here at BC. And my app is called Travelwise. So last semester I studied abroad in Dublin, and something that I found was that it wasn't always easy to get information about the historical places or landmarks that I was seeing when I was traveling. So I created Travelwise to help provide travelers with a little bit of information about all the cool places they see when they travel. Yeah, so here it is. You can see I already added a few places of my own. So if we want to check one out, we can click on the Eiffel Tower. And you can see that the photo's already been uploaded. It has the name right here. And then I entered earlier a little bit of historical information. And you can check that out. And it's stored with Cloud Firestore. And then you can also see where the Eiffel Tower is on the map. So if we're out traveling on our own and we want to add our own photo of something that we see, we can do that right here. So we can either take a photo or choose a photo. So we can choose a photo. And the photos pop up. So let's say that I'm in London and I see this huge Ferris wheel. I don't know what it is. I can click on that photo and then hit identify. And this will tell me this is the London Eye, and it'll also show me where it is on the map. As you can see, there hasn't been any historical information entered yet, so I don't know much about the London Eye, so I can just type in the London Eye is a Ferris wheel. So hopefully a user who knows a little bit more about the London Eye comes along and adds to that themselves, but this would be it for now. And so the way this works is the image gets passed through a landmark detector, which is a new feature in Firebase's machine learning kit. And the machine learning kit allows you to pass a photo in, and it can provide all this information about that photo using machine learning, such as the name and the coordinates of that place. So we can save that. And as we can see, there it is right there at the bottom. London Eye got added to our list. So that's Travelwise. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you to Professor Gallagher for a great class and a great semester.
Hi, my name is Catherine Tatum, and my app is called the Habit Tracker. I was inspired to make this app during my time at home social distancing. I found it to be a great time to set some self-improvement goals and establish good habits. So down here, this button will take you to your profile, and these are the goals that I have for myself right now. Now if you click on one, it'll take you to a more detailed view, and say I want to edit this, and instead of 8 a.m., maybe I want to wake up at 9 a.m. every day. And instead of every day, I could set it to the specific days of the week that I want to wake up. So maybe I'll sleep in on the weekends, and I can set a reminder for myself for tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Then you can scroll back up here and save the goal. Now that'll update, and you may be wondering, what if I don't know what goals to set for myself? So down here there's a browse button, and this will give you some ideas for different goals that you could set. So maybe I want an exercise goal and I want to run every day. So every day is selected, perfect, save it to my profile. Maybe I want a productivity goal and I want to start using a planner. I can save that as well. Up here is also an edit button, so I can maybe start my day with my run and then delete volunteering because I'm social distancing, and then done. This button then takes you back to your home screen, and that's my app.
Hey everyone, my name is Kyle Ganji and I'm a junior here at Boston College, and this is my app, Eagle Sublease. And before I get into the demo, I just want to say a couple of things as to why I decided to create this app. And like I said, I'm a junior, which is a pretty big year for both studying abroad and living off campus. So as a result, there's a pretty high demand for off-campus subleasing. And right now, most people will just post in the Facebook group, and after a couple of days, it'll be buried under other posts, so you can't see it after that. So I thought this would be a better way to maybe organize the listings. So yeah, when you pull up the app, you're asked to sign in with Google. So I'll go ahead and do that with my Boston College Gmail account. And then we see we have a map view here, and the app does track your current location. So if you hit this button in the bottom middle, it'll jump to where you are. But if you're pretty far away from BC like I am, if I move my head down here, you can see there's a button that says jump to BC. So I'll go ahead and click that. And then we can see map annotations of all the listings, and if we go ahead and click on any of them, you can see more information about the listing. So it'll give you the address, the price, the different amenities, the description, and the pictures down here. If you click on any of the pictures, you can see them in a scrollable collection view so that you can look at them a little bit bigger. And I happen to post this one, so that's why it says delete up in the top right. But if I go to one that I didn't post, like for example, this one over here, it says contact, so I would be able to send an email to whoever listed it and tell them that I'm interested. Additionally, if we go back to the map view over here, there is a button in the bottom right that says go to list. So this has the listings in a table view. So this part of the segmented control has them organized by the date they were posted. This one has the closest ones to campus up at the top, and this one has the cheapest ones up at the top. And in any parts of the segmented control, you can hit this button in the top right and filter down the search results even more. So say you want a listing that has washer and dryer, a single room, and air conditioning. You can hit done, and these will be all of the listings that have at least those three filters. So then we can go in and clear the filters and go back, and they all come back. So now I just want to walk through how you go about posting a new listing. And I'm going to post one at Raymore Road, which is right here just for reference. So I'm going to go in here. I'll put in the address. It's 12 Raymore Road in Brighton. This is a house, so the unit doesn't really apply here for monthly price. I'm going to put $850. Let's say it has a dishwasher, a double room, parking space, and a deck. And I'll just say this place is great. And I'm just going to add one photo just to keep it brief, but you can choose between your camera or your photo library. So I'll go into my photo library, pick one, and I'll hit post. And then we can see if we go over to Braymore, here's our listing. We can click on it. It's everything as we had it before. If you go to the list, it's up here at the top since it was posted most recently. And then we can always go ahead in here and hit delete if we wanted to. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys like it. I hope you think it could maybe be useful. And I just want to give a shout out and say thank you to Professor Gallagher for teaching us all so much this semester. And I hope you guys are staying safe. Thanks.
Hey everyone, my name is Lucas Pomeroy, and I'm going to be demonstrating my application, which is called Sublease Lee, which is a subleasing platform intended for students and young professionals in the Boston area. Let's dive right into it. So this is the view that you're going to see once you sign in with your Gmail account. So here we have a listing for 295 Foster. Let's learn a little bit more about it. Yeah, so you just got some basic property information, address. They're looking to rent a one room for $1,200 a month. And then down here you got some more general property info about the whole property. We got some photos here we can scroll through. Nice. And then right below here we have rent per room estimate, which we're getting from an API call made to a website called RentMole, which basically just uses an algorithm given property information in order to estimate a rent for a property. So obviously this is a posting that wasn't made by me, so I can't delete it or update it. But if you like the property enough and want to maybe negotiate price or find out more information from the lister, you can hit contact lister, which unfortunately we're not going to be able to do in the simulator because the message UI framework does not work with the simulator. But if this was running on a real device right now, the email interface would pop up with a pre-populated send to address and message that you can edit and send off to the lister. Yeah, so let's post a listing for ourselves. Kirkwood Road, Boston, Mass. Looking to rent one room for a price of $1,000 a month. Property has 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, and 1,200 square feet. Alright, so we're going to post that. And there it is. Now if you want to go back in and add the rent per room estimate, you can go ahead and do that. Just click on this button. As you can see, sometimes it takes a little bit to respond. Yeah, so you can go ahead and change any of the information here. But we're going to add some photos just to kind of spruce up our listing. Here we go. Here's a photo of the front of the house. Should work. Alright, boom. Now you got a nice listing right here. You just hit update to save, and there it is. Perfectly updated. As you can see here, the contact lister button is grayed out because you are the lister. No reason to contact yourself. And then if you want to delete the listing permanently, whether you've already rented it or are no longer looking to rent it, you just hit delete listing and boom, it's gone from the application and from the database. Yeah, so that's my application. This is not my first coding class. I have taken a couple introductory computer science classes, but this is by far the most engaging and creative class that I've been a part of. I guess if I could add a feature to this application and I had more time to develop it, I would probably have an option to look at the listings not just in a list view but maybe on a map. I'll plot it on a map together, and you just click on the pin of a given property to pop up the details. Yeah, thanks for listening. Take care.
So this is an app called Rate My Day. With the quarantine and everything, we're losing track of time, so this is a good way for you to look back on the days that have gone by and see how things have generally been, because it's hard to remember this general trend, and it's nice to see it visually in front of you. And plus, the act of keeping track of it will help keep it in your mind and make sure that you're still living life and still having a good time, even though we're all stuck inside. So I've got a few days already here on my application with simple descriptions of the day and ratings of 1 through 5. We can look at these days, and if we've made a mistake, we can edit them if we want to go back through. And we press the plus button here in the top to add a new day, which will be the one for today. I've been having a pretty good day, so I'm going to give it a 5. In my description, I'm going to have it be a great day. And then I press save, and here we are again with our new day there on the bottom. I can go back in, I can modify it a little bit. Maybe I was just having an alright day, so I can set this to a 4, and I'll save there as a 4. So, I've been steadily moving up here. I can see the patterns. And then I have those previous days, 10, 11, and 12, because this saves the data each session and loads it so you can see what's been going on in your past. So hopefully it'll be useful for you to go back through and see how your days have.
How's it going? My name is Pat McDonough, and I'm a senior math major and economics minor at Boston College. I've accepted a full-time position at Deloitte in Boston within a tax technology group. However, my start date has been postponed from this July all the way until January of 2021, as of recently. And for my final project, I've created an app named Beat the Bookie, which is a social media platform to share, view, and rate sports bets and opinions. If you look at my simulator, you can see I have my off-season banter newsfeed, where users are able to post their sports opinions and takes, no matter how controversial or insightful they are. If you swipe over to the right, you get over to the member sports picks zone, and this is where the community stores its picks. To create a new bet, you click place a bet in the top right corner, and it brings you over to this, where a picker view is filled with all the potential games you can bet on. Let's say I want to bet on Ryan Spann at Sam Alvey, which is an MMA fight. I can bet on Ryan Spann, the favorite, at minus 416 odds by clicking on the maroon button, or I can bet the underdog here, Sam Alvey, at plus 325 odds by clicking on the gold button. Let's say I want to take the underdog here, Sam Alvey, at plus 325, and let's say for a nice clean number, I want to risk 100. Once I'm satisfied with my pick, the amount I want to risk of fake money, I click confirm, and I'm able to place the bet, which I will do now. And if you look at my newsfeed right now, you can see at the very top my newest pick, Sam Alvey, plus 325. For the game, Ryan Spann at Sam Alvey. In the sport, MMA, which kicks off at May 9th, 2020 at 6:30 p.m. And also that I'm risking 100 to win 325, which is what I chose. Again, the likes and dislikes aren't functional here, but you'd be able to like, dislike, and comment on people's picks to boost users' engagedness, and also so you can get an idea of whether or not others agree on your picks and if it was a smart pick to take. Going forward, I'm looking for help to be able to grade these picks as wins and losses so that I could set up robust profiles for each user that would show their record of their sports picks as well as their total profits or losses over the gambling season. Ideally, my intention is to be able to rank these users based on their profits and their records and have all of their records and profits/losses of fake money public. This way, users will be able to know when good gamblers versus bad gamblers are posting their picks and will be able to make informed decisions on their own picks accordingly. Users will also be able to know how credible other users' opinions are based on their prior gambling success. And additionally, users will be able to see where they stack up amongst their friends and amongst the entire community, and they can compete for bragging rights. All in all, this app will give people who want some skin in the game a place to post their picks without having to risk losing real money. It also gives actual gamblers a way to track their picks so that they can potentially improve on their future picks. That's my app. Thank you for listening. If you would like to help in any way, please reach out to me.
Hi everybody, my name is Robert Smithers, a current sophomore at Boston College studying computer science, and I'm very pleased to be able to showcase my app, PC Guard. I have a lot to cover, so I'm going to go ahead and load it up in the background. PCGuard is an authentication software that works on various devices, and there's two parts to the front end. So one end works on the device itself, and that's the software that authenticates it, and the other half is on the iOS application, which works as like a management interface to ensure ease of mind and ease of access for all of your devices. So I'll go ahead and go through this first time loading, and I also just want to say a little bit of background for the app. I made this app because I love cybersecurity, I'm really engaged in it, and I love data information and data privacy, and I feel that a lot of softwares that accomplish this same goal don't do as good of a job with it, or I'm a little more skeptical about it. And so I've always been told if you want something done right, do it yourself. And so I did. Here it is. This is PCGuard. So I'll go ahead and sign in with my Google ID. The token's already in there, so it has it saved. We'll see immediately that there's something called a threat level. And that's a number that ranges from 0 to 100 that indicates how vulnerable a device is. So we can go ahead and sort it by status. Linux machine is the one I use the most, actually, so I'll keep that up top. And we can click on this Inspire on laptop, and we see that there's a 35% threat percentage. How does it calculate that score? Well, it tells us below. So the password hasn't been changed in 6 or so months, and there was also a failed password attempt. Now, both of those were my own doing, so I'm completely aware that this device is secure, but it's just giving me a heads up that that's suspicious activity, justifiably so. So I'll go into settings, and we'll disable any warnings for warnings and device logins, but we'll keep it for critical. And we'll, of course, enable dark mode, the best mode for any apps. And I actually want to show this as a live demo. So I'm going to go ahead and try and install this on my a brand new device here that doesn't have the software installed. So I have this executable in my command prompt. I'm just going to go ahead and run it. And I want you to see that it creates a unique ID just for the device itself. And we'll see, there it is, it popped up. So it's called the Kraken. We'll go ahead and open that. And we can see that it is secure for right now. But there's this PCGuard authentication software. And this will load up every time you start your device after you log into the computer. And so let's say we put in an incorrect password and we press authenticate. Well, now immediately you'll see that the Kraken has now been updated with a threat level of 5. So where does that come from? We'll log in and see that there was one failed password attempt. So that's obviously not too good, right? But let's say I'm not in the app. I'm not focused on it. I'm just sleeping or, out at lunch. So I'm going to go ahead and exit the authentication software. And we'll see that it sends me a push notification and said that the user logged in and failed authentication. So let's go back to the app and see what we can do about that. It's immediately set to a critical status. So we can click on it. It gave us this notification. We're going to go ahead and take an action. Now, these are all the different actions that we can do. For this demo, I'm going to show locking the device. And there we go. If you see behind me, the computer actually did lock, and it is now secured. Thank you for watching the demo. I hope you enjoyed. Have a good one.
Hey everybody, my name is Shane Berries. I'm graduating class of 2020 from the Marissi College of Arts and Sciences with a degree in biochemistry. I don't know about you guys, but throughout my phone I have a ton of animal pictures, and they're meaningful to me because they have memories and encounters that I've had over the years, but the information isn't really consolidated. So what I wanted to do is create an animal encounter app that would let you log your experiences, and that's how I created Analog. I'll pull up the app real quick so I can demonstrate it. So right here, the first animal is my dog, my pet named Jockey. And no, this isn't a mistake. He's definitely a 13 out of 10. And I met him in April of 2013. I recorded that. And when you click on it, you can come up with more details. You can pick a new photo of him, change his name. And in the description, there's a description here. He's a very good boy, loves tennis balls, which is very true. So I didn't make any edits, so I can just cancel. But today I met a new animal, so I actually want to log that new animal. Now, first I'm going to go grab a picture. And here he is. So today I met a heron. And I'll name him Harry. Harry the Heron. He was a 7 out of 10. He was a cool bird, but he did not like people, so he flew away. So cool bird flies away from people. So I met him today, which is April 30th. So 30, 20. And as you can see, I press save. And now it pulls me up to the log that I have of Harry. So now if I ever want to remember that time I met Harry, I could just click on it and be like, oh yeah, he flew away from me, so he was a cool bird from a distance, but up close he's not very friendly. So that was it for my app analog. And going forward, I would ideally like to make this app into some type of platform that can let you share your animal experiences, not just log them. And so if somebody wants to help me with the coding aspect of that, let me know.
Hi, my name is Tommy Wade, and I'm a senior at Boston College, and my app is MLB Team Stats. And I made this app because I really like baseball, and I love baseball statistics, and I wanted an easy way to view the current rosters and their historical data within the MLB. And so I'm a big Cubs fan. I'm wearing my Cubs jersey. I'm going to click on the Cubs. I can view their roster, and here we can look at David Bodie. And David Bodie has his career stats right here, his batting average, his hits, his games, and then also broken down into 2018 and 2019 stats as well. And then from here I can view the scouting reports. I can make different scouting reports. Say I'm scouting David Bodie, I could say David Bodie May 1, 2020 and enter some info here. Struck out 3 times, and I can save that. From here, that'll be available throughout the app, and then the difference between pitchers and hitters is that the games, the innings pitched, and the strikeouts and ERA are only for pitchers, whereas hitters have, their hitting data, their average, their games, their hits, and such. And also, Brad Wick was traded within the middle of the season, and so this actually breaks it down between his total, his statistics with the Padres, as well as his statistics with the Cubs. And so, that's my app. And if anybody has any information or suggestions on data visualization, I think that would be the next step as to where this would go. Thank you.
Hey everyone, my name is Kelvin Chang and I'm a computer science major in the class of 23. Today I'll be sharing with you about my app called Chillax. I was inspired to create this app because I found myself kind of stressed out during this time. I found that playing ambience noises helped to keep me focused and really relaxed. When I first opened the app, it displays the current time and a greeting message depending on the time. There's a wide variety of ambience noises ranging from airplane cabin noises to rain sounds. Upon opening a selection, the sound starts playing. You can pause, you can fast forward it, you can resume, and you can go back. Because users may have personal preferences of what kind of sounds they can listen to, you can press the like button and save them. Pressing the bottom like button displays all of them, and pressing it again brings it back to the original order. Some improvements I could have had were implementing an API and inserting images, and also streaming the audio from online. Thank you, Professor Gallagher, and thank you all for listening.
Hi everyone, my name is Will Templeton. This is my app, Sports. This is the first programming course I've ever taken, so building this app has been a pretty big challenge for me, but it's been fun and I've really enjoyed it. So basically what this app is user-sourced sports info for a whole myriad of sports, as you can see down in the table view below. It utilizes Google Sign-In and Firebase to store the data. So first off, you can set yourself a username, so I'm just going to do Will. And then if I hit my post, I can see the post I've made previously. By default, these are sorted by date, but you can sort them by reads and likes as well. So if I hit the plus button here, I can add a new post, or I can also click on a post to edit the post. And you can see you can't save it if nothing has been changed. But if I change something, of course, I can save it. If I'd like to add a new post, there's a plus button, and then you go through this picker view of different sports which you can choose to make a post about. So let's make a post about the NFL because the draft just happened. Go in here and I say Packers draft Aaron Rodgers replacement. Then I'll categorize this as draft. Type in they took Jordan Love. Then I can save that. And then you'll see that it takes me back directly to that. I don't have to go to that picker view page again. And then if I want to go see that, I can go into the NFL, go into draft, and there it is. There it comes up. If I want to see some other posts I've made, here's one that I actually had to do for my job a little while ago, reporting on BC basketball. And so here's a post, BC beats UNC on the road. This is from a different account, so it doesn't show up under my post, but it does show up in all the posts. It's all embedded in the scroll view, and you can dislike it. Let's say, I did a bad job writing it, and there the dislike shows up. So yeah, that's kind of the main features of my app. It's obviously still a work in progress. There's still a lot of things I'd like to do, but I learned a lot from making it. And I think that I'm definitely going to experience with some different data structures in Firebase to help it make it a little more accessible. Because right now I'm not sure I like the way I structured it, but there's a lot of things I'd like to change about it, a lot of things I like that I've done. Overall, great experience. I'd like to thank Prof G, of course, for helping me out, teaching me coding, and my friend Brandon Bisbano, who did a lot of error troubleshooting with me early in the early stages. So I couldn't have done without those two. So thanks.
My name is Ely. I'm a freshman at BC, and this is my first programming class. So I really appreciate the help from Professor G and also the TAs. The app is called Events Ladder. It shows events and club meetings at BC. The reason I want to build this app is because when I first got into BC, I spent a lot of time looking through all the great events and missed some of them, unfortunately. So I want a place where users can post the events and we can categorize it through different types. So when we just look at the color, we know, oh, this is the type of event that I want to go to. So let's go. I already uploaded some of the events here. We can see that it contains the events, the title, the time, beginning time, ending time, the location, and we know that most of them are going on Zoom and YouTube now. So and also it has the color of the event. This one is unknown event, so it is in others. This one is yellow because it's business. So let's click into this one. It shows the description, and also only the user who posted the event can delete it. So the delete button is not hidden. So I want to create a new one, and just to show the map and location functions here, when we click on enable map, it actually shows a map. It should be our current location, but my simulator is at this location, so it shows up. We can actually click into Photon and find Photon, but I don't want to do so because on the event, the showcase is actually on YouTube, so I'm just going to delete the location and type in YouTube and hide my map. I also want to type, come see the great apps from Swift class, and I want to say BC Swift student app showcase. Is a STEM type of event, so we know that there's general, there's business, STEM, humanities, healthcare, and others. So the event should be about May 11th at 4:30 p.m. and the time is also May 11th. I would say about 7 p.m. Okay, so it shows up right here. And the second page is club meeting. We know there's club final meeting, Swift club meeting. So I want to upload another one too. Club meeting. Let's just say club meeting at Fulton 520. The reason I don't have location here is because for most of the club meeting, I just want it to be the hall and also the room number. And it should be great for all the club meetings on campus. So there's not a necessity for the location part. And the info page is just the powered by Google and also Firebase and also the sign out function. I actually want to click into the unknown event one that I created on another account. So we see that there isn't a delete button here. When we click on the show map, we can actually get direction. So when we go to that get direction, we can actually open up the location on the map, and we will be able to go there with the direction. So let's go back to the app, and I'm going to log out. So that's the end. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Alice. I'm a sophomore at BC majoring in finance and information systems. And this is my first time to build my own app, which I'm really excited about. So as we all know, working out is very essential for us to keep fit and maintain a healthy lifestyle. And it's very important for people who regularly work out to keep track of their daily workout routine. That's why I created this app for people to record their daily workout summary and alert them when it is time for them to start working out. So here's a short list of the workouts I've done in the past 2 weeks. You can create a new one by tapping on the plus sign right here, which you can create your own workout summary. Set an alarm to remind you to work out the different workout sessions and record your total time of working out. So here's a reminder I set for today, which I will do a full body circuit. And let's make it to remind us in a minute to do all these workouts and save it. And we can also, if you run out of food ideas for healthy food to eat, you can also access here where I compiled a list of healthy foods for you to look for after working out. And you can also check or uncheck the box to see if you have finished the workout. And if you have, and here's our reminder to start working out. And you can check the box if you have already finished your workout. So this is my app. Thank you.
My name is Steven. So you can see on your left, this is my study app called Focus, because its primary function is to help the user to focus on study. So you can see over here in the main screen there are 4 buttons, and I will click them one by one. The first one is the start, and in the middle is a timer. The start will start the timer. I have already set the timer to 30 minutes because usually the max duration you can focus on doing something with highest efficiency is usually 30 minutes. So you can definitely set up a different time, and because I don't think we should stop or be distracted by other things. So I'm not setting up like a pause button over here, because I think if you starting to do maybe do your homework or something, you should just keep doing that. And here I got a where are you function. It's the map kit, and right now I'm over here, and we can search for a library nearby us. So we got San Francisco Public Library, and it's over here. And this function is trying to help the user to find the closest location to study, maybe the Starbucks. You can buy a drink. And also down here, I got 2 different functions as well. The first one is want some rest, and it's realized by UI Picker View. You can say it's like a slot machine. You can click the go button, and a little game for you to relax when you do want a water break or replying email or something like that. And once you get 2 of the same kind, you will earn yourself like a 2 minutes rest. It's like motivation. And definitely you are not like getting too much time to rest, because the button will be automatically disabled after 10 times of clicking. So it's time to back to work. And for dictionary app, you can definitely search for any words you don't understand. It will shows up the definition down here. It'll take a while. So I use the Oxford API over here, and it is basically for international students mostly to find out the words that you don't understand. Yeah, so this is my final project, and thanks to Professor Gallagher and Christopher Knapp, who have helped me a lot, and this is it. Thank you for watching.
Hi, my name is Jimmy McDermott, class of 2021. I took the apps class freshman year in the fall, which would have been 2017, and I've been a TA for Professor Gallagher ever since. Taking the apps class was one of the most important educational experiences of my Boston College career. It introduced me to alumni and industry members who I wouldn't have met otherwise. Professor Gallagher is such a great advocate for those that are looking to break into the technology space. Since then, I've been working with Swift on a pretty much daily basis. We use it in our backend at Transio, which is what I do in my non-school time, which is exciting. So one of the best parts about this course is you can take everything that Professor Gallagher has taught and the skills that he's taught about how to find resources for yourself and apply them to opportunities and projects outside of just class. So really grateful to have been a part of Professor Gallagher's apps class, and really proud of everything that you've done this semester, and excited to see what you're going to bring to life post-class.
Hey guys, my name is Linda, and I took the Swift class back in the fall of my sophomore year and have been a TA up until I graduated in December. So I can say pretty confidently for myself that this class was one of the most important things that I did during my time at BC, and was super critical for me in deciding what I wanted to do with my career. It's what sparked my interest in tech and entrepreneurship, and ultimately what made me feel confident that I could build projects of my own and bring my ideas to life. So for my final project in this class, I built this app called MacDaddy, which pairs up students anonymously to chat and then meet for meals. And that's really what got me started to doing everything that I did subsequently. So after that, I was a product manager at WePay in California. I also was inspired to take time off of school to build a startup in Chicago. And from there, I also pitched in BC's elevator pitch competition and participated in our Shea Accelerator program. And currently, I'm now living in California working on a new startup called Daydream. So huge thank you to Professor Gallagher for all of his support, his mentorship, his passion, and hard work in making this happen for me and for so many of us. Definitely wouldn't be here and couldn't have done any of that without his help. Really grateful to have been a part of this class and this journey. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't even go to school anymore, even though I feel like I'm still a TA. Congratulations to all of you guys for finishing this class and building your final projects. I can't wait to see what you've all done in the app showcase, and I'm really excited to see what you guys will build in the future. For all you first-time coders, I hope this class also made you feel empowered that you can build anything that you set your mind to, and you can make all of your ideas come to life as well. So yeah, congratulations and good luck.
Hey BC Swift, my name's Lorraine, and I took this class 2 years ago now when I was a freshman. So I am the founder of Sifty, a tech startup, and the director at GiveCard, a fintech nonprofit. And so I was also the founder of a company called Our Pet. It was a family pet care iOS app, and I actually started it in this class. It was my final project, and the summer after this class, I decided I was just going to spend the entire summer trying to build out this app. We scaled it to about 60,000 users or so. And ended up taking an investment from SSC Venture Partners. And the better part of the last 2 years have been turning that final project into like a tangible startup, which was awesome. We ended up pivoting a little bit over last year, and so we're no longer an app, but it all started from that class and that demo day. So I just have to say, enjoy your day. Thanks for letting me crash. And I can't wait to see the projects. Please hunt me down on LinkedIn if you're working on something cool, because I'd love to have some conversations about what the next generation of BC engineers are building. So have a great day, guys.
My name is Esteban Feliz, and I'm a former TA and alum of Professor Gallagher's Swift iOS course.
Now, I still remember the days and moments leading up to my final project presentation, working tirelessly to ensure that I reached this final goal, as I'm sure many of you are feeling as well. My final project revolved around building an iOS app that aided students in keeping track of and finding community service opportunities around them. Although I haven't released this project yet, I think it's important to emphasize the impact that the Swift course has had on me. Fast forward to today, and my most recent project was building a personal website and blog that's entirely dynamic, using Swift on the back end. Specifically, I use Vapor, which is a web framework allowing developers to create custom backends and APIs. I eventually translated these skills into my other applications, and aside from this, even used iOS concepts learned in the course to build mobile apps, such as Eagle Vision Mobile, which happens to be an app I built for students at Boston College to keep track of the courses that they want to register for, with notifications allowing them to know whether courses have opened or closed during course registration day. If there's one key takeaway, though, that I want you all to know, it's that if you keep working hard and practicing your Swift skills, there's really nothing that you can't achieve. With this being said, best of luck to all of you on these exciting demos, and always remember to stay Swifty.
Hi everybody, I'm Jolene. I've been a Swift TA for 2 semesters, although I wasn't this semester because I was studying abroad. Now I'm online studying abroad, so I haven't gotten to meet a lot of you guys yet, but I'm super excited to see what you guys have built for the app showcase. This class was definitely one of the best decisions I've made at BC, and I felt like I've really grown as a developer through it and got to meet some really inspiring, great people through this class as well. So since then, I've been really involved with the Computer Science Society, which I suggest you all you guys join. Last semester we launched the mentorship. Me and Will launched the mentorship program where we paired students up with professional mentors who were either in startups, grad school, or working at big tech companies like Amazon and Google to help students kind of navigate through the internship or job process. Another thing that we launched last year was coder calls, which have been a really great way to get students out and visiting companies in Boston and to network with employees there and the recruiters. And sometimes we've been able to get those students that visited a faster pipeline into the job process, which is really cool as well. Another thing that I've done since the Swift class, me and 2 other students co-founded Make BC, which is the first hardware engineering club at BC. One of the students was also a Swift TA, and he's also created Eagle Vision, if you've ever seen that before. It's a really great app for your classes. And we've been able to create really cool projects and partner with things like Arts Fest and creating LED lights that react to music, and we were going to work with Arts Fest to create LEDs, like huge LED screens that react to music, but unfortunately that got put on hold. And we partnered with Microsoft to be able to work on a virtual reality, mixed reality project for students to work alongside Microsoft engineers, but that will be postponed for next semester as well. So if you're interested in that, feel free to contact me if you want to join Make BC or the Computer Science Society. They're both really great clubs to grow your tech skills and to meet other people in the tech community. So aside from clubs at BC, professionally, this class has helped me so much. I've probably done all my hackathons in Swift, and I also got to code an iOS app in Swift and prototype that for my internship last year at NBC Universal, and got to show that application to the chief executives in the tech and product department. And it was really cool to see their response to it. And now this summer I'll be working remotely for Google, and I'll be on the Google Home team, so I'm really excited for that. All in all, I couldn't have done this without the help and support of Professor Gallagher. He's been helped me discover my love for tech, even through the times where I wanted to completely give up CS. But I'm really proud of the things that I've been able to develop since then, and he's been a really great support throughout it all. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it.
Hi everyone, I'm excited to be joining you virtually for the end of the year Swift Showcase. My name is Brannick Wykes, and I was the class of 2019 at BC, and I was one of the first TAs for the first version of this Swift course from Professor Gallagher. It's been tremendous to see where the course has gone over the last few years, and especially where the student projects have gone. Every year, the students take it up to another notch, and I'm excited to see your guys' projects that you have this year. I actually think it was at one of the Swift showcases that I won this shirt that I'm wearing. Hopefully there can be some fun digital swag for you guys this year. Looking back at my time at BC, I think the Swift course was a great time for me to take some of the things that I read about in business cases and studied in school and put it into a real product and app that I can put in the hands of real users. That was a tremendous experience and something that I'm still doing to this day. My junior year at BC, I started my own business called Aereo, and I'm still running that now here in Boston with a few other people. That's been a tremendous experience, and I think my best advice I could give you guys is to keep on building things. Keep diving into the technical know-how of Swift or any other languages that interest you, and really learn how you can build products and build solutions. I think no matter what you end up doing in any kind of job or role or company, your ability to build things will be very valuable, and only more so going forward here. Good luck to you all, and congrats again on finishing everything.
My name is Arya Murthy. I'm a graduating senior studying marketing and business analytics. I had the pleasure of taking Professor Gallagher's Swift course my sophomore year, and I think the tools and techniques that you learn are transferable to a wide variety of jobs and careers throughout your life. The development network and open source environment continues to grow and evolve, and I've taken these skills and expanded upon them to even create Professor Gallagher's Swift showcasing website, where all your projects, for past students and current students, will also be shown. My biggest advice for underclassmen and students in my position as well is to never stop learning. That level of adaptability and to be able to think quick on your feet and pick up new skills will always come in handy, no matter what you're doing in life. For me, I'm currently pursuing web development and analytics engineering. I just started a part-time internship with a fisherman as well, and having this opportunity to learn and grow at a very rapid rate is something that employers as well as coworkers value above a lot of other things. Good luck, guys. Can't wait to see what you made.
Hi everyone, I'm Will Farley. So I took this course when I was a freshman in its first semester being offered and have been a member of the TA staff ever since. I'm really proud to have spent the last 2 years as head TA. I came into this class having never coded before, and I know Professor Gallagher talks about no coder left behind and how his class goes 0 to full stack, and I know it still makes students anxious. It's something you really can do. Like, over the course of this semester, you really learn how to become an actual developer. Like, after this course, I had a couple internships, and I'm actually now going to work as a software engineer at Amazon this coming August. I really couldn't thank Professor Gallagher enough for all he's done for me, for this course, and for the BC community as a whole. If you want to get involved as an alum, there are 2 great ways to do so. As Jolene mentioned, one is by joining the CS Society mentorship program as a mentor, and another is by hosting coder crawls. If you work locally and would love to have some BC students come visit, I'm sure CS Society would love to have you. One more quick reminder, please check out our course website. It's linked in the description. Ari Murthy spent a lot of time working on this, and it's turned out really nicely. We're going to be adding posts about each student and their final app projects this week, and we hope that in continuing semesters, we'll continue adding to this, and we can really build up a great catalog of all the amazing work our Swift students have made. So, without further ado, like Brannick mentioned, we usually give out prizes at the end of the semester at the showcase event. Those are usually us handing some of Professor Gallagher's swag to students on stage. So this semester, we're going to be mailing those packages to students. And we actually have a special prize we've never offered before. It's the winner of the People's Choice Award. So, for the Best App by a First-Time Developer prize, we actually have 2 students that did such a great job that we want to give it to both of them. So one goes to Harrison with Barback, and the other goes to Tommy with the MLB Team Stats app. The prize for most App Store ready goes to Connor with the COVID app. The prize for best for BC students goes to Kyle with Eagle Sublease. The prize for best use of outside technology goes to Robert with PC Guard. And last, the prize for best UX UI and the winner of People's Choice this semester goes to Victoria with Break the Bubble. Now, the special prize we're giving this semester to the winner of People's Choice is an Apple developer's license. We love Victoria's app. We think it's App Store ready, and we think that it would be fantastic to have this for BC students. We really hope to see it in the App Store sometime soon, and we're going to be staying in touch, making sure that happens, because it really is a fantastic thing she built. So that's all we have tonight. I really appreciate everyone coming out, and really thank you so much for making this such a great event. Thank you again to Professor Gallagher, and thank you to the entire BC Swift community for having made this an amazing 3.5 years. I really couldn't ask for anything more. Thank you.